Hey, what's up YouTube? This is iFonemodder here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a recap of Microsoft's super secret event that they held when they announced their Windows Surface tablet. Alright, so we're just going to dive right into it here. First off, this tablet has two different models. First, the Windows RT and the Windows 8 Pro. The Windows RT has a NVIDIA-made ARM processor. It's a processor which you find in the iPad and other Android tablets. It has a 10.6-inch capacitive touchscreen, which is a clear type HD screen. It has a 31.5 watt-hour battery, which is actually pretty good. The weight is 676 grams, which is pretty light. It's about half a kilogram, about 1.1 pound. It's about 9.3 millimeters thin. Micro HD video, I think that's micro HDMI if I'm not mistaken. It has a micro SD card slot for your phones if they have those SD card slots. You can just pop it right in there for portability. Also has USB 2.0 support. I'll get about US 3.0 on the latter model. Also, it has dual Wi-Fi antennas. Usually we do not see this in these kinds of tablets, but they did this so let's say you have it in portrait mode, you're covering one antenna, and then when you have it in landscape, you're covering the other. So always one antenna will be available, so you don't just completely suppress your internet connection, so you always have some connection running all the time. It comes with Windows RT, which is like the Windows Home edition of Windows 8 if you want to say. Also, it's going to come with Office Home and Student 2013 RT. In addition, it's going to have a built-in stand that is completely hidden. First when they said built-in stand, I was pretty skeptical, I'm not going to lie. But then I saw it. It's pretty much like a flat back with the logo and everything goes right over it. You can barely even tell there's a stand. Then you just pop it out and the stand comes out and it fits in seamlessly. So I actually really like it. So it also has a scratch resistant back. So if you put it in your purse or suitcase or anything, it's very unprone to scratches like it would be if it didn't have that scratch resistant back. Also, it has something that a lot of people have been looking forward to seeing, a vapor magnesium liquid metal casing for added durability. This is kind of like they sprayed magnesium metal onto it to make it more durable and have a coat of metal onto it. So it's not completely made out of liquid metal, it's just coated with it. Also, it has Gorilla Glass 2.0, which asks for a very hard screen, so it's very tough to crack and get scratches on. And it has a 30% larger viewing angle due to the wide screen that it has, and it has a 16:9 aspect ratio, so it gives you a very good angle of viewing. The thing I like about this tablet is that it is available at the least for 32 gigabytes, then it goes up to 64, and the next model I'll talk about goes from 64 to 128, which is just very good. Compared to the iPad, starts at 16 gigabytes. I'm sorry, but for a tablet computer, you're going to need more than 16. That's just kind of pushing it in my opinion for Apple, but I'm glad they started their base model at 32. They did not really comment on availability, which is kind of disappointing, but they said that it will be available around the Windows 8 launch, which is set to be during fall of 2012, which isn't too far away. I mean, it's a few months, I guess. The pricing they said for this model, the Windows RT, is to be very competitive with current tablets, so I'm guessing around $500 to $600. And in terms of accessories, it comes with both touch cover and type cover, and I'll talk about those after I talk about the next model. Alright, so for model number 2, we have the Windows 8 Pro. This has an Intel Core i5 Ivy Bridge processor. That is really badass for a tablet. Also, it weighs 903 grams, which is obviously slightly heavier, still under 2 pounds, but it just weighs a little bit more than the other one just because of the added specs. It's 13.5 millimeters thick instead of 9.3, and it has 10.6 inches clear type full HD, so not just HD, but full HD 1080p display. The battery is 42 watt hours instead of 31.5 watt hours to accommodate the processor, and this one has USB 3.0, not just USB 2.0. It also has a mini display port, which I don't know how many of you guys use, but it's there. The software is Windows 8 Pro, which is like the Windows 7 Ultimate like you guys would see right now, so the best one. It also comes with a little magnetized pen, so I don't know if you guys want to take notes. So yeah, it's just a really cool pen that comes with it. I mean, a lot of you guys probably won't even use it, but it's just there. The capacity starts from 64 gigabytes to 128 gigabytes. Availability, they said, is 3 months after the Windows 8 launch, so the RT is going to be coming out first, and 3 months later the Windows 8 Pro is going to be coming out. In my opinion, this is kind of stupid because I feel like they want to have the more expensive one come out first just so people have to buy it rather than wait till later so people already have bought the cheaper one. But whatever. The pricing is set to be competitive with other Ultrabooks. You're probably looking around the range of $700 to $1,000, which with the specs this has is not that bad. I probably wouldn't buy it myself, but it's not that bad. And also this comes with both the touch cover and the type cover. Now we're going to talk about the touch cover and the type cover. So these are very, very, very cool things. It's very similar to the iPad smart cover with Apple did, except they actually added some cool functionality to it. So now when you bring down the little iPad smart cover, except on your Windows 8 tablet, it becomes a keyboard. And with the back kickstand, you can prop up your pad and you have the keyboard right here. It's available as a magnetic smart cover sort of thing that has a keyboard. The first model is pressure sensitive and has no real keys. They said it's going to take some getting used to, but it's pressure sensitive. So if you rest your hand on it, it's not actually going to activate the keys to go, but it still is going to definitely take some getting used to. But this one is only 3 millimeters thick, so it will barely add any thickness to your tablet. The next one is 5 millimeters thick, and it does have real buttons, but I mean, I can imagine they're pretty crappy, probably not like actual key buttons just to please people. And all of these are available black, blue, red, and pink. So basically guys, my opinion for this, if you guys want to know, is I think this is a very good step for Microsoft because they have never really released their own hardware for their mobile devices. They did for like Zunes and stuff, but obviously that went to crap. But for Windows Phone and such, they haven't done it. So I hope in the future that Microsoft will announce some of their own Windows Phone devices as well, and more tablet devices to come. Because think about it, if they're making the software and they make the hardware as well, then it's going to be the ultimate super device, just like Apple does, and that is why they have such a monopoly on some devices. Depending on what the price is, this might actually be the first tablet that I acquire, just because I've been very skeptical of the iPad, just because it limits a lot of functionality. For example, it doesn't have USB, and if you guys have looked at the Windows 8 preview, it has Windows 7 stuff built into it, so I can pretty much use it for like anything I want that I'd be able to do on a Windows 8 desktop. It's just going to be a touchscreen, and I have the keyboard that comes with it. I don't have to pay extra to get that like you do with Apple. I think it's just a really good package deal as long as they can do it at a nice competitive price. So guys, please leave your opinions on what you think about this tablet down below, and if you guys are going to get it, if you're not going to get it, why you hate it, why you like it. Also, please like this video if you enjoyed the information that I gave to you, and also subscribe, and ultimately, have a nice day.